Hi, Mike Fenegrassi from the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and I'm going to talk about using a Plyobox for squatting. So one of the things that we see a lot of times when we're assessing clients, especially with the overhead squat assessment, is that they might be nervous or they'll tell you, I can't do a squat. The great thing about using a box is it's like a chair. So if I have a client and let's say they're more of a knee squatter, they really aren't putting their hips back, they just kind of bend forward like this and they get stuck. By using this and they see that box behind them, they're now able to sit back into the movement, and then I have a cue, or the person has a cue of when to come back up. So initially they might just sit down like they're sitting into a chair, they get comfortable doing that, but then we can progress to where they just lightly kind of reach back, touch, and come back up. What we're looking for in our squats is parallel lines. So we want the tibia and the torso to be parallel as someone comes down and back up. As far as depth, we want them to go through their full available pain-free range of motion. So that will vary depending on the client. Now, other things we can use the box for is progression. So once someone's mastered that bodyweight squat, we can now have them do a step up. So for a step up exercise, the person places their leg up on the box. Again, we want those parallel lines, tibia and torso, so they will lean forward. They have their weight evenly distributed throughout the foot. They can step up, touch lightly, maybe go into a balance position, locking out and squeezing that glute. And really the key on this one is coming back down nice and controlled. So if we're in the stabilization phase, we may be using a 4-second tempo coming back down. Another advantage of using a slow tempo is if a client does have some issues where their knee moves inwards, they can self-correct. If someone's doing something very quickly, they're not going to be able to tell if they're doing it wrong. After they've mastered that, we can progress them to a lunge exercise, which really, again, looks like our squat. We just have one leg doing all the work. This leg's more of a kickstand in this movement coming up. And then a progression from there can be a split squat using the box, where again, they're coming down and driving back up. And then finally, we can get our clients to do single leg squats. So for this one, again, having that box adds a lot of comfort to the movement. So I shift my weight over to one foot, and now I can reach back, and they can lightly touch and drive back up from that. So these are just some of the great ways that you can use a box to teach a squat and all the progressions from there. Thank you.